Welcome to a new generation, new conversation, my stimulation. Come and hang with DopeDigest. Feed your cravings, fight your haters. Either way, we dropping content, and you know just where to find it. Hey!
What's up, everybody? I don't know why I keep doing that. But what's up, everybody? We the ones.
Hey, gang bang
one
over
time
here.
for the
Peace
one
up.
time.
Peace up. Peace up.
Peace up. A sound out.
Okay.
Alright, anyways.
Red wine or Kool-Aid. You'll never know.
Anyways. We're DopeDigest. I'm Kiana.
I'm Tashina. I'm Lisa.
And today we are here to talk about Crissy and Domo. Crissy and Domo because Domo is apparently some sort of a pathological liar. We're going to talk about it.
Domo, why you had to fucking Justy Smollett us?
Domo Justy Smolletted us.
What do Domo and Justy Smollett have in common?
They both light skinned.
Are they even? They're both liars.
Know who you are.
We're not really here to bash Domo, but according to this video Crissy just put out, she's a liar. That's straight up what she said. If we're to believe Crissy, which I kind of believed everything she said. So before we watched Crissy's video, it was kind of like, I'll always kind of try to give Crissy her credit because, you know, Domo always just kind of seemed like the type to try to monopolize off some stuff to make herself really seem like the victim. But at the same time, you know, if Domo really had went through all that shit, believe women. If Domo had went through all that shit, then Crissy was a shitty ass person. But there was always holes in Domo's story, in Domo's side of the story.
Yeah.
I agree. So me and Bae have been following Domo and Crissy and Domo. This video, they're Crissy and Domo instead of Domo and Crissy.
I'm single, by the way, if anyone was wondering. Like, I don't have a bae, so it's not a treyway. I know you guys are imagining one, but it's not. It's not. I get no action from these two.
That's true.
I
Anyway,
just licked her side right in front of you, so.
You're right. I get to watch.
when we were watching before, you know, they just broke up and it's been like a really big deal. And so beforehand, I'm not gonna lie, I was Team Domo, you know, like the way Crissy, the way she comes off, it's probably more so like I come off, like it's very standoffish, she's very dominant, you know, she has that don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you type demeanor.
Exactly.
You know, so it just, I felt like maybe she was gonna be a little more aggressive in the relationship, and I felt like maybe she would be a little more dominant, and so that the things that happened more so might have been her fault. Just based off of what I've been watching.
So the way I felt about it, like I've always been like kind of a Domo fan. Like when I found Domo, like I'm also discovering myself as a person, what I like sexually. So it was like for someone to be like so attractive to me, I said fuck Crissy. Like I would be with Domo. Like the fuck. So like after watching this video, I have a completely different perspective on their situation. And given that she labeled the video perfectly, there's 3 sides to every story: her side, and the fucking truth. So we're here to expose the fucking truth. let's dissect
all that shit down and dissect every motherfucking thing after watching Domo's video and Crissy's video about their breakups and how they both individually felt about it.
So just in case you guys didn't know, we are recording on the phone, so if any of you guys want to actually send us a fucking camera, go ahead and do so. If not, fuck you too, but whatever. Hit up the DMs. Hit up the DMs. We're recording on an iPhone 8 because our iPhone XRs have software issues. What the fuck? Hashtag tell Apple about itself.
What Domo was saying in her first video that she released by herself after the breakup was that Crissy pretty much treated her like shit the entire relationship. She was made it out to be like she cheated on her. She didn't care about their baby. She
just a trifling ass baby
brought
mom.
her out of poverty. Like she was just out there real bad.
Captain save a motherfucking hoe.
And Crissy was using her. It's basically the side of the story that Domo told.
Pretty much.
Crissy's side, however,
it's hella different. So Crissy was like, first of all, y'all, I got motherfucking receipts
Receipts, bitch.
So while Dama over here talking all this shit, like I was shitty to her during her pregnancy. I didn't love our son. Like I cheated on her, this and that. Crissy came out like, look, that was some bullshit. Let me tell y'all what's really going on because this YouTube life ain't what it actually seemed like. She was basically like, I didn't do that. This YouTube life ain't what it seemed to be. The entire time we've been together, more or less, Damo's been hella manipulative. Like,
that's what it seems like. It seems like Domo is pretty manipulative. Like she had been manipulating Crissy a little bit. Not saying Crissy didn't pay her part, but Domo, she told her she cheated on her, which made Crissy believe that Domo was like a good person because she came out. She didn't have to capture it, and she came out with it twice. Yes, she told Crissy that she cheated on her
twice and came out with it. So look, if she admitted it twice, imagine how many times she probably actually cheated on her.
Yeah, because people ain't shit. So I really do expect that from people, but it just, like, I feel like Domo kind of like Kardashian Jordan. Like kind of Kardashian
She
Crissy.
kind of Kardashian
Crissy. She controlled the entire narrative, and she gave us. She didn't lie. She just omitted parts of the information, which is still technically lying, Domo. It's still technically lying, just like Jussie Smollett, your bitch ass. Like, it's still technically lying. If you're gonna give a part of the story, give the whole fucking story. Don't give one part of the side to make yourself seem like a fucking victim.
Because
like,
that just makes you come out to be somebody who's trying to monopolize off of your life.
And then it's like the fact that you're saying that someone is using you to get clout, and then it's just like, but what you're doing is manipulating the situation, manipulating the narrative so that you get more views, that you get more likes, that you feel like the victim.
But then all the bullies to Crissy,
and then she's just, she a light bright. She can't deal with all that.
And it's kind of sad because it's like, the way Crissy framed the story is she went from the beginning. She was like, here's the day I met Domo. I was at fucking work and this random lesbian showed up and was like, I want to talk to you. Like, she started from the beginning. It was like, here's all the shit that she did. Here's
bitch.
The time she told me that I had to delete all my social media. Here's the motherfucking time that
she wouldn't give me access to my social
media. That she changed the passwords on my social media. For what? For what? Why? She asked me for the password. I gave it to her because I love her. And then she changed the password. This talking about motherfucking the time that they went through several different miscarriages. Who knows? I'm not gonna take that from Domo. I'm really not. Because you can't just sit here and tell somebody that they ain't go through some shit like that. That's some serious shit. And you can't just sit there and imply that they didn't go through that shit if they said they did, you know?
Exactly. I feel like it's the same Jussie Smollett situation. We're fans of Domo, and we're fans of what she says, and whatever you say, we're gonna take it as true because we don't have any reason to. I don't have any reason to believe that you would lie to me. But at the same time, like Crissy said, there's 3 sides to every fucking story. And she gave her side, Domo gave her side, and Domo decided to leave certain things out, like certain details. Like, oh yeah, Crissy didn't want to pick up her son. Yet, Crissy was in Arizona and you were in California.
So that's a big fucking difference. Look, they have a schedule.
Big fucking difference.
They have a motherfucking schedule where they're 3.5 days on, 3.5 days off each. For Dominic, right? Crissy still lives in Arizona. Domo moved to fucking California. And I remember when Domo moved to California because she was hella in her feelings about it when she recorded that video and was like, I'm out. Fuck this, fuck them. I'm taking my son and I'm going away. You know, and at the time, it felt like, okay,
it felt like the right decision.
It felt like you that situation.
Yeah, like it felt like Domo was a victim and that she needed to get somewhere where she could further her career.
But they have a fucking system. They have 3.5 days on. So Crissy's supposed to pick the baby up from Crissy flew to California. Scheduled a flight to motherfucking California to pick the baby up on Monday. But you're like, oh, I need you to come get him Sunday.
Exactly. And I just think it begs.
That's $100.
It sounded like Domo was just trying to make everything really hard for Crissy so that Domo could make herself the victim and that so she could have what she needed to take Dominic from Crissy. Because Domo knows that she has the power in this situation. She gave birth to the child. Crissy never adopted the child because from what she said, she never felt like she needed to. And now at this point, she didn't adopt her, so she has no power over this child that she raised from birth.
You know,
despite whatever postpartum depression she may have had, she was there. She was always there. It was always very clear that Dominic loved Crissy. Crissy loved Dominic on whatever level.
I just feel like, okay, so coming from a little bit of personal experience, coming from a broken home, coming from a family that, like, you know, I'm not going to let you see your father, or your mom doesn't want to let me see you, that kind of shit. I just feel like using a child as leverage is bullshit, period. In a discussion, if you have a fucking problem, then you need to have a fucking problem and be by your fucking self. That's the end of the fucking discussion. Like, don't sit here and hold a child over somebody else's head. If you want someone to be there for your fucking kid, let them be there for your fucking kid, or get the fuck out, period. In a discussion. Crissy went on and decided to say, like, hey, I didn't really want to be the mother, I didn't want to really do the mother thing, but I love you, and if you want to be a mom, then I support you in what you do. And at first, Crissy even admitted to being shit. At first, she was just like, when Domo first wanted to get pregnant, she wasn't fucking with it. And I understand, you're 19 years old. 19.
What 19-year-old
what is it
supposed
called?
to have a baby?
Like, once again, it's just like, I just don't respect anyone using a child as leverage. If you want to have someone in your life and you want to have someone who's consistent with your child, you need to put the child's needs first. Regardless of your fucking YouTube claim, Domo, you're not that big. I mean, I'm not big, but you're sure as hell not that big. So for you to be sitting here using a child as leverage, especially when someone actually wants to be an active part of your child's fucking life, like, you're fucking trash. Fuck you. Like, I'm so done. That's just bullshit. That shit irritates my soul.
It does really seem like Domo is using Dominic to hurt Crissy. That's really what it seems like. Because there's really, if Crissy was never abusive to that baby, never did anything out of the offhand to that baby, or even to Dominic, or even to Domo, then there's really absolutely no reason for Domo to take that baby from her.
Or say you can't do things like pick a relationship. It just begs the question to me, the question is, was Domo and Crissy's relationship abusive, like mentally, emotionally abusive? Like, when they go back and forth, it just seems like, and this is just based off the information from both Domo and both Crissy, so it seems to us, after having both sides of the story, that Domo had this way of doing certain things, and if these things weren't done in a way that Domo wanted, then Domo was upset. And so if it didn't happen this way, it falls on Crissy. You have a schedule.
And then to go on social media and post like, oh, here's the fucking receipts. I told her that she needed to pick Dominic up on Sunday, and she didn't.
Yeah, and then your receipts are incomplete. Why didn't you say that Crissy was in Arizona?
That she already had, that she was a whole state away. That she already had a motherfucking ticket to pick him up the next day. On top of that, the day that she comes to pick him up,
you don't even want to take a Lyft, bitch. You too bougie to take a Lyft or an Uber.
I don't have a car. Get the fuck
out of here. You can get a premium. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck you and your
rented
Uber.
a car that night. Cause
her rich ass.
Her making millions off of my YouTube view.
At least 100,000.
At least 100,000. We ain't even got that much. Look, I'm talking shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. There's enough. Ooh, this ain't wine. It's vodka. Fuck y'all.
So there's this thing that we hear about a lot that happens in some relationships of people who want to let their partner or spouse or girlfriend or boyfriend do things versus not letting them do whatever the fuck they want to do. And if you don't like it, then get the fuck out. Who wants to go in on that?
Let Sheena go in. I'll go in after Sheena goes in. You know, I'm petting the dogs right now. They need my
I really think it's wild that in any situation someone is letting you do something. If it's not your parent and you're not under 18, ain't nobody gonna let me do anything. I think it's wild. I don't think that in a relationship you should base your actions off of what the other person allows you to do. I think that you're your own person, and that things that you do with your partner should be things that you want to do.
not things that you're allowed to do, not things you need to seek permission for.
I even feel like if there was something that Kiana didn't want me to do, maybe I wouldn't do it, maybe, but it's not that I'm not doing it because she doesn't want me to do it, it's because I love her.
So some of the things that Crissy was talking about Domo not letting her do was when they got together, apparently Crissy smoked weed, and Domo said, if you want to be with me, you can't smoke weed. So what do you think about that?
Can I go? First of all, Domo, you in California, you don't smoke no damn weed, you're fucking lame.
She wasn't at the time.
Well, you in California now, you don't smoke no damn weed, you fucking lame. Two, like, it's not like Crissy is doing fucking meth or coke or fucking popping Zans or doing some crazy shit. She's smoking weed, which is actually recognized as a recreational drug across a lot of different...
And medicinal.
Yeah, recreational and medicinal across a lot of different states. On top of that, she wasn't doing it in front of your fucking kids like you were fucking implying. So you're really on some bullshit right now. And... the fact that you even have like stipulations to like, it's okay to have standards. If you don't want to deal with a smoker, then don't deal with a fucking smoker. You don't have to be with a smoker. You went and got a whole new nigga, so you know you don't have to be with a smoker.
I think he was just in the video.
Yeah. Okay, well, you know what you did, bitch, and you know you didn't have to have him in the video.
He's fine. That's why
he's fine too. Go ahead and at me the underscore indigenous underscore chick hippie. Sorry. On IG, go ahead and add me, babe, because you know
it's gonna be in the description box.
Oh, by the way, intermission. We do have an official Instagram for Dope Digest now, so go ahead and like us. We are DopeDigest87. DopeDigest87 on Instagram.
I'm sorry.
They're so cute.
My perspective is Crissy said that she kind of wanted to stop smoking anyway before that, but at the same time, you can tell people what you will and will not accept in a relationship from the jump. But if you got a person who wants to do this, wants to live their life, like Crissy's, I don't know, Crissy wanted to smoke Black and Mild. She said she smoked Black and Milds. Domo pretty much only let her on her birthday, and that's crazy to me. Like, I don't like when she smokes cigarettes, but if she did it, I might feel some type of way about it. And eventually I might decide I don't want to be with her anymore because of it. But I'm not going to say, no, you're not allowed. No, okay, it's your birthday. You can have one cigarette. No, that's...
I wonder how that conversation went. Like, did it go, I don't want to be with somebody who does that, so if you want to do that, I don't know if we should be together, or nah, you can't do that?
I honestly don't know, but I know how easy drinking. I know how easy it is to become a Crissy, to become someone who's so docile. Not even really docile because it's not an insult to her, but you're so in love with someone, right? That you want to make this person happy. And so if smoking weed doesn't make them happy, you stop smoking weed. If going to the club doesn't make them happy, you stop going to a club. But it's like you change so many things about yourself to fit someone else that you lose yourself in the process. And on top of that, like, you should never be in a relationship where you have to compromise who you are as a person, or like what you do. Every relationship is work. You know, you do compromise things that you truly want, some things that you want to do, but you're compromising. There's a difference between compromising and being allowed to do something. You compromise because you guys have communication, you have an open flow, you talk about things, and you talk about things that bother you, you talk about the future, you talk about what you guys want to do together, and you grow. It's different when someone's saying you're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do that because it's going to piss me off because I have a personal opinion about it. Fuck you and your personal opinion. That's how I feel.
Another one of the things that Crissy said Domo wouldn't let her do was like, I mean, I don't know if this was, well, yeah, it was, because Crissy said she literally had to beg her so that she could go out with her best friend who was having some other kind of relationship issues. And they wanted to just go to the club and see what the fuck was up with old boy. And I guess Crissy came back drunk, which you do when you go to the club. And she was mad. And that's just crazy. It seemed like Crissy really did want to. I always said this, like, Crissy got out of that relationship with Domo and really started living her life. And you know, Domo
like she
did the same thing. Domo did the same thing.
He got out of this thing when he wants to go outside.
She got out of her relationship and she started dressing girlier. Although Crissy just said that she didn't have anything to do with Domo not dressing however the fuck she wanted to dress while they were together. But Crissy wanted to live a certain life. She wanted to be young. She got into this relationship at 18 years old. She wanted to go out and party and do what we fucking do. When I was 18, 19, 20, 21, I was out every motherfucking weekend, and that's all out of my system now. I don't never fucking go out because I'm 28 years old and I'm good. I'm Gucci maybe a couple times a year. But you get to that point eventually, and now Domo is like judging her, saying, "Oh, you're trash. I don't trust you with Wick anymore because you drink sometimes and stuff, and you go out with your girlfriend."
And it's like
that's bullshit.
It's really red flags though, and it's like that's okay. Let's be clear. The point of this video, I think we all decided after watching this.
Look.
The point of this video, I think we all decided after watching Crissy's video, was to bring some light to abusive relationships and manipulative tendencies, because sometimes those things really can sneak up on you. Like, you never realize that shit's happening. Like, for example, I remember one time recently, my father passed away recently, last month. If you want to be specific, my father passed away last month at 43. Yes, he was young. Thank you for your condolences. Now, when my father passed away, my mother and I, we had to go shop for dresses to wear to his funeral. Now, if you could imagine, this was a wild ass motherfucking time. Like, we are distraught. It's been less than a month. Like, we're dying. Like, they don't know why he died. Like, basically, I'm going through a lot of shit, right? I'm going through a lot of shit. Bae has to work. So this day that we have to go and shop for funeral dresses, I was like, hey, best friend,
that's me.
Can you come with me? I'm feeling a little vulnerable right now, basically. Do you want to come with me and my mom to shop for dresses for this funeral that we're all going to go to? Because my dad just fucking passed away last month. Dude that she's fucking with was like, literally got mad at her after the fact and was like, where you been? You didn't tell me you was leaving the house today. There's like, why you ignoring me? I wasted my time. You're wasting my time. Like, he went in on her. He went in on her. Talking all kind of trash, like, yada yada yada, blase blase blah, just like niggas do. I'm not gonna get into the specifics, but it's like,
it's okay, I'll tell you guys later. Story time.
Story time. Comment down below if you want a story time.
If you guys want a story time about my hoes,
not that.
Boy is gone now. Boy is gone out of our lives.
Fuck that nigga. If you're watching this video, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Anyway, so he literally got mad at her, like started going in, like bashing her, shit that she didn't deserve, because he was upset that she wasn't at the house when he expected her to be at the house. He don't live here. He's not her man. They have not been together at all. Like, this is literally signs of an abusive relationship. Like, this nigga just wanted to know where he was at. He wanted to know who she was with. And really, he wanted her to be at home with him.
All day.
Mind you, he don't pay rent in this motherfucking house. But he was always here. Anyway.
Related to what she's saying, like, when you are in a situation where you are just head over heels for someone, you know, like you just really care about someone, you care about how they feel, you care about what's going on in their lives, you care about them growing as a person, you put away certain things about yourself because you're like, I'm so into you, I just want to be with you, and whatever is going to make you happy, I'm willing to do because I want to be with you. And it sucks to be such a person who cares so much and loves so much. Like, if I love you unconditionally. If I like you unconditionally. There's not a stipulation to me liking you.
There's a stipulation to me liking you. Just
like, I shouldn't have to.
And if you have a problem with your significant other being an independent person and doing what they want to do, like you don't trust them enough to let them go to the club,
then don't fuck them.
You know, like
stay out their guts and they'll stay out their fucking feelings. You niggas need to learn that shit. Like, stop fucking everything. Stop fucking everyone. Stop lying about the shit that you do. And females too, stop lying. Stop saying that you actually care about somebody when you fucking don't. If you're just using this person to get to a certain platform, it's better to just be real about the fucking situation in the first fucking place. Like, stop acting like you like someone. Stop acting like you care about something. Stop acting. Stop being fake. This whole generation is a bunch of fake bitches and niggas. Stop being fake. Be who the fuck you are. It's so easy to be original. You just don't want to do it.
So that's kind of what led Domo and Crissy to breaking up, is they decided that they really didn't fuck with each other that much. And Crissy said this, so this is
Domo
not me
did
saying
not.
that maybe they stayed together for the money because it was rolling in and because things were okay, but they were not working out romantically. So like
They were
that's why
friends.
they ended up ending things. So eventually their relationship did get okay. Crissy said that it wasn't the worst thing in the world, which is why she's hurt that Domo is making it seem like it was the worst thing in the world that's ever happened to her. And it really is sad. That's sad. Now she has people publicly attacking her because of everything that Domo has said. And she doesn't have her baby anymore. Her son that she raised for at least a solid year.
Yeah. I think it's time for us to like try to wrap up this video.
Talk about the point, because the point really wasn't to bash either one of them or to gossip or, like Crissy said, we don't want to be just one of those reactionary YouTubers who just talk shit and act fake in your face.
Right. The point of this video is to, for one, bring awareness to abusive relationships and manipulative tendencies, like for these things that they have gone through
on both sides.
On both sides have been a problem. Like you need to watch out for the signs. I'm gonna just direct you guys to a quick Google search: signs of a manipulative relationship, signs of a sociopath type shit.
The cycle of abuse.
Because like you really have to maybe sit down with a friend that you have that knows a lot about your situation. If you feel like you're maybe struggling with this, sit down with a friend that you have that knows a lot about your situation and just talk about things that happen and be open-minded, because it's really hard to be in love with somebody and to admit to yourself that you're being abused, more or less. Like there's no less. You're being abused. It's hard to admit that shit, but sometimes you really have to listen. And sometimes you may need to hear that shit and sit down and just think to yourself in silence about it, have a dream about it, whatever you need to do. But you need to understand that you're not the only one, and that it's not okay for this to happen to you, and that you don't deserve this. Okay?
And just to add to that, it's so easy to fall into a situation that you feel is right because you want it to be right. It's so easy to mistake someone who's meant to be for a season as someone who's meant to be permanent.
Facts.
So
people are in your life for a season and a reason.
Or a lifetime.
And you really, really, really just got to be discerning of those kind of people. You have to be discerning of the signs, because it's so easy to fall into someone who is far more manipulative. Especially when you haven't
think about.
Yeah, like especially if you have a good heart, you're a good person. You don't want to be vindictive. You don't want to be evil. But if you feel uncomfortable in a situation, if you feel that this isn't right for you, that is the first sign that you should probably not be there. If you feel like you don't want to do something, if you feel like someone is allowing you to do something, if you feel like you need to seek permission from another human being when you're a fucking adult to do some shit, then it's more than likely you're not in the right relationship. Because someone that wants to really be with you, someone who wants to really grow with you, it's not about what you're allowed to do.
They want the best for you.
Yeah, it's about what's gonna make you better. It's what's gonna make you better as a person.
Happy.
Yeah, like it's not a one-sided thing. It's not you constantly trying to appease another person. It's both of you working towards a common goal to be better together.
If somebody is threatening you with suicide
or a
like
child,
you're never gonna see our child again. I'm gonna kill myself if you're not with me. No. First of all, they're probably lying. Second of all, even if they're not, that's not your fault. That is not your responsibility. You don't have to deal with that.
If you do feel like that you're gonna hurt yourself or other people or anything like that, contact someone, talk to someone, like find someone to talk to. You always have someone. If you don't fucking message us, we'll fucking talk to you. But like don't
try to manipulate another person. Don't try to make somebody else bend to your will, because you're hurting them. Don't use that to manipulate them to doing what you want, you know? Like, that's not
or
fair.
to even get a reaction out of them.
Exactly.
That's what it sounded like. It sounded like Domo did a lot of things to try to get a reaction out of Crissy.
Oh, you can't see
and
my
because
son.
she didn't react how she wanted to. She's trash. She's a terrible mother.
Exactly, and I'm gonna tell the whole fucking world because I'm more popular
And
than
you know, a lot of people really don't even realize when they're manipulating somebody. So that's really another reason why you have to watch out for the signs yourself. They don't even realize what they're doing to
They
you.
think
so
they're
you
doing
need
right.
to be vigilant for yourself.
They feel
Yeah,
justified.
hurt people.
Exactly.
In the discussion, a lot of people do not deal with their internal damage, and they bring that to a relationship, and then that relationship crumbles because of this person's internal damage. No one's perfect. No one's ever gonna be perfect. We're not perfect. We're working on ourselves every single fucking day to be better people. And so it takes time, it takes effort, it takes acknowledging the fact that there's an issue and fucking solving that problem. Crissy and Domo's relationship was fucking rocky as shit. Crissy was bending down to Domo's will pretty much from her story, from her side of the story, from her receipts. Domo was kind of the dominant one, and Crissy was kind of the docile, let me try to appease you one because you're the one that has everything and I just want to make you happy. She has her heart and that's what she wants to do. So it's just like, hurt people, and sometimes it's hard to accept that the person that you love is also not the person that's for you. I'm sorry to tell you, I don't know who the fuck needs to hear that. The person you love may not be the person that's for you. But I promise you, there's someone out there that is going to treat you the way you deserve to be treated. There's someone out there who's going to love you the way you deserve to be loved. There's someone out here who's going to, first of all, that person is you. Stop seeking validation in other people because ultimately you're just going to be sad and you're going to be alone and you're going to be making YouTube videos with your best friends because niggas ain't shit. So just fucking be happy in who you are and find happiness within yourself and start
To
living
be fair,
yourself.
your friends are valid and they do matter.
They do matter.
They are enough.
Your friends are enough.
You and your friends are enough.
Period.
You don't need that motherfucker.
You don't need
Swear
no
it.
motherfuckers.
Relationships are supposed to be something that's natural. Yes, you have to work on them every day, but they're not supposed to be something that you have to force.
And nothing that you're fighting and constantly in arguments about. Like, if you're constantly arguing, you're constantly in turmoil, what are you creating? Chaos. That's all you're doing. Why would you want to stay in a chaotic situation?
Hell, Crissy was like, we didn't argue. Like, basically, when it was over, we didn't argue. That's what I got from that, right? Like, when it was over, it was over.
And I've heard when you're truly in love, you don't think about somebody else. So if you thinking about somebody else and you claim to be in love, you obviously ain't. You thinking about somebody else? She ain't thinking about
me, girl. You didn't think she was talking.
See, when you really in love, there isn't another person. There isn't jealousy. There isn't these made up situations where it's like, oh, well, you might have done this, you might have done that. There's not an accusation. I can't talk right now. There's not an accusation. It's just love. You know what I'm saying?
And when somebody's not cheating on you, well, let me tell you what they're not doing. They're not watching your every move. They're not setting rules for you to follow. They're not making sure you don't go out on a fucking Saturday. They're not telling you what you can and cannot do. Like, they're not restricting you. They're empowering you. They tell you that your dreams are motherfucking achievable. They tell you that everything that you are is fucking fabulous and I love it. They don't tell you that you can do better. They don't tell you that your dreams are fucking stupid. They don't tell you none of that shit. Like, you really
they don't
need
tell
to
you
realize.
They got 10 other bitches around
They
the
don't
corner.
tell you they got other bitches so that you can be jealous. That shit's not real.
It's not real.
Not
Let it go.
real.
Let it go. And Crissy, if I can say anything to you, I will say that personally, I'm sorry because I passed judgment.
I was thinking that.
I've never actually commented on your shit or anything like that to cause you any discord. People who do that, they're whack as fuck. People who have your own, you're entitled to your own opinion, but I can promise you 100% of the time, I don't give a fuck. Crissy,
And if you out here DMing Crissy and Domo with your opinion about their motherfucking life, you
get
need to
yourself
stop.
a
What
fucking
the fuck
life.
is wrong
Get off
with
of
you?
social media. Like, you guys do too much.
This is not your
This
life.
is why Momo is babysitting your fucking kids.
Facts.
But anyway, we're gonna wrap this shit up because we're tired of y'all.
And my dog apparently wants to go out. I don't know if y'all can see him, but he's fucking with me over here.
He needs to go out. He was just fucking with me. So once again, this is Dope Digest. We do want you guys to like and subscribe, and at the very most, we want you to tell us your opinions. We want you to go and look at Domo's video. We want you to go and look at Crissy's video.
Check the description box.
Critically for yourself. Don't just go out there going off of what either one of them are really saying or what we're saying. Think critically for yourself, because that's a skill that's fucking lacking today.
Facts.
Hardcore. People don't think enough at all. People, please go critically think.
Yeah, make your own decisions. Make your own opinions. Do not let the opinions of other people or the situations of other people shape what you are and who you are as a person or what you think. Make your own decisions. Be your own person. It's so hard for people to be an individual nowadays, and I'm sorry. It's made it very hard. But be your own person. Love yourself. This is Dope Digest. Peace
always.
Peace. Subscribe to our shit. Like something. If you don't, fuck you too. I'm out. Drop the mic.
Probably understand if you ever been in love. Try to keep it to yourself and you end up with none. But to trust yourself is to love yourself. Call my eye now, I don't say no one now. Try.